guys! It's time for NT Sheep's Digital Wonderlands! Welcome back, my little lambs. Today we're taking a look at collector's shotguns. I call them that because there's really not much you can do with them besides collect them. They aren't really good for in-game builds, but they do make for fun everyday use builds. The first is the fancy pumps action shotgun. You get this shotgun by turning in claim tickets at the Pleasant Valley Resort. You get those claim tickets as drops off of scorched or ghouls. Most of the times when you turn in a claim ticket, you're going to get useless junk, something that you can just sell or scrap for parts. But every now and then, if you're lucky, there is a very slight chance to get one of these shotguns. So, we'll sit there and do the standard testing that we've been doing with it and see how well it works for just everyday use. Since we can't put mods on the fancy pump like a silencer, this thing is loud and proud. But as you can see, against these regular ghouls, it did great damage. Now that we're in Huntersville, we can test this out against the super mutants. Without a silencer, this thing is loud, so once we start firing it off, with their good hearing, they're probably going to come running towards us. So it's going to be interesting if we get swarmed to see how well this can help us defend ourselves.
Something.
Well, so far you can see that the super mutants spawned fairly low level. We're doing good with the level 60s. If we're getting a good hit, we're taking them out in one shot. The level 75s are looking like it's going to be taking 2 shots to take them down. So a level 100 super mutant is probably going to take, I would say, 3, at most 4.
Stop moving! Stupid man!
Well, if it's going to be taking 2, 3, maybe 4 shots to drop down, super mutants higher than level 75, this probably isn't going to be a good shotgun to be using at someplace like West Tech. So I think this is just a good daily basic weapon if you're wanting to run around with a shotgun for fun. We're going to go ahead and move on to our next one. The next shotgun we're taking a look at is called the Civil Unrest. It's a reward drop from a quest called Falsely Accused. Like a lot of quests in Bethesda games, the level you're at when you complete the quest will adjust the level of the item that you get dropped to you. So, if you want to get this shotgun at its most powerful version, you want to sit there and do that quest after you've got to level 50. It can be modded with the basic mods, but it can't have legendaries attached to it. It comes with a special hidden legendary effect, though, that equipping it gives you plus 10 to your AP. So as long as you've got this weapon out, you're going to have a small bonus to your action points. Okay, so all the ghouls are dead. It looks like another player must have been through here recently, so we're going to have to search around and find some enemies to test this out on. We're going to fast travel down to the farm and see if we can find some scorch to hunt. If we can't find enemies there, we're going to go after the second on my enemy hit list, Blood Eagles. Now activating DigiSheet Protocol Blood Eagle Execution.
Something's near. It hurts so good.
What's wrong? You scared?
I'm your goddamn.
Scanning. No further Blood Eagles detected in vicinity. Execution complete. I apologize if I scared you by going into killer robot mode there, but Blood Eagles are number 2 on my personal hit list of enemies that do not belong in the wasteland. Everybody knows, of course, I have a personal hatred of the sheep squatch. Blood Eagles are second to that. What's third on the list? I'll save that for a secret. Anyway, we're going to go over here to an old gas station and mechanic shop and see what enemies we can find here to take care of. Usually you may come across Scorch or even low-level super mutants, so let's see what we find. So a simple public event called Tea Time has popped up. I think we'll go ahead and go there and test out the Civil Unrest, and that'll probably be the end of the video once we complete that event.
Hello again, friends. I am so pleased to announce that the boilers here at the Giant Teapot are full again. That means my special blend will be bubbling up shortly. So if you fancy a nice cuppa, the more the merrier. The boilers are heating up. I'm afraid the local creatures don't like this next part.
In the past, one of my favorite ways of doing this event was to get on top of the giant teapot here and use a grenade launcher. From up here, you've got complete coverage of the 3 points that you need to protect, and with a grenade launcher, especially if you're using a Demolition Expert and Grenadier perks, which will increase damage and the explosion size, the grenade launchers could sit there and take out most enemies. You didn't even have to get a direct hit on them. But if you had something that had good bonuses for VATS lock on it and everything, that made it easy just to target one enemy and take out a whole group.
One would think these creatures would be accustomed to this by now. Boilers report the water temperature is 92.765 degrees. Still a way to go from proper tea. One can't rush such things. Such violence is required to get a proper cup of tea. water temperature in the boilers is now 178.63214 degrees. Just a little bit longer. Ah, there's the whistle.
And that brings us to the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching, my little lambs, and I hope to see you again next time in the Digital Wonderlands.